My name's Fraser. I do stand-up comedy, I write comedy, I perform, I do corporate gigs. Basically, I make my living out of my mind. A lot of the discourse about ideas, a lot of cutting edge, is very exclusionary. People use language that other people don't understand. You get into these silos of academia or science where it's all about being very specific about the community in which you're exchanging ideas. There's a snobbery about it that is fine, it's nice, but if somebody doesn't agree with you already, it's very difficult to change someone's mind. It really is incredibly difficult, no matter how logical or rational you might be. And the times that I've seen people's minds changed, really properly, their opinions about something changed, have been when they were laughing, when the ridiculousness of their situation was drawn to their attention. So they weren't defensive, they weren't upset, people very rarely admit that they're wrong. It's only when you are laughing that you can kind of, that it's not painful to be wrong. It becomes a joyful experience and it becomes about learning, and I think that's what comedy does. Being a comedian is, you eat what you kill. You only ever get the job that you go for. You have to always fight every step of the way. You only get the work that you go out and go after. And it's about selling yourself. It's about people buying what you are about, because it's not just your ability to tell jokes, it's what you stand for. What are you trying to achieve with your comedy? What can you do? So every time you meet somebody, you are putting it out there, who you are and what you're doing and whether they want to invest in what you're saying. So every time you get up in front of an audience, it's not just selling them on your jokes, it's selling them on you, who you are. I'm interested in what's happening obviously with women at the moment, with feminism, this sudden polarisation of feminism and men's rights activism, where feminists have been sort of pushed into a position of extremism because of the way the echo chamber of the internet works. The only things that get traction are extreme things that excite extreme emotion, and so you get this increasingly polarised thing, which, like, the dream of the internet is that it brings everyone towards a more moderate perspective, because you get to see everything in the world and you go, oh well, everyone's people, and you kind of, the fact that you can't tell what gender somebody is from following their Twitter feed should give you the ability to go, oh well, women aren't that different from men. But that's not what's happening. What's happening instead is you get these people who are being pushed from side to side, and there's no common ground for discourse. You say, to a men's rights activist, you say, well, I'm a feminist, and he said, well, feminists want to kill all men. You say to a feminist, well, I believe that men don't get custody of their children as often as would necessarily be wanted, and they say, well, all men are rapists. Where do you go from that? Like, how do you have a discussion? That worries me. I'm thinking I might do a song.
Is it the radio song?
No, another song.